If you go on to enjoy the video, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing. It does really help me out a lot. And if you're into Funko Pops, I've just started a brand new channel dedicated to them. The link for that can be found in the description. And beat the random lottery that is FIFA points by buying the coins direct from u7buy.com. Use code TVM at checkout for a 5% discount, or if you're a new customer, get 8% discount. The link is down below. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to a brand new video. Nsame under the microscope today. This is his third in form. Very much looking forward to his team of the season. And I say that, hopefully he gets a team of the season, because EA are notorious for neglecting leagues that aren't the top 5. Of course, he's not easy to fit into a team. His nation doesn't make it terribly easy. His league makes it even worse. So you can kind of understand why he only carries a 35,000 coin price tag. But, and it's a big significant but as well, this is a great card. For an 86 rated card, this is a good card. The problem with it for me is the rating, and I'll talk about that and why that's a problem in a second. We've already touched upon this in previous videos, but I will reiterate my point. So, 3-star skills, not a great start, but he's 6'2" with only 83 agility. Even though I will tell you at the end of this video that skill moves are a reason to, I don't know, not dislike the card, but it's a con for sure. It's not really game breaking. It's not card breaking or experience breaking. It's just one of those things that it would be nice if he had it. You know, yeah, it would be nice if he had 4-star skills. Is it really going to ruin the experience? No, not particularly. High attacking work rate, which is very good. 6'2" means, obviously, he brings a lot of strength to the table. 94 strength, which is outrageous, but he's very good in the air. The fact that he's 6'2" with 99 heading means that on corners, this guy is unrivaled. I was up against Van Dijk. I was up against Varane, and on all, you name a defender, doesn't matter who it is, you name him, this guy beats him in the air time and time again, and that is, it's proven. I was doing it yesterday. I didn't score a single goal because I cannot head the ball for the life of me. It's all manual. My directional play is terrible, but in general, he won every header, and when he comes back to defend, wins every header as well. Acceleration 90, 87 sprint speed, his finishing and positioning and shot power all in the 90s, very, very nice. Long shots 80, doesn't really matter, 90 volleys is good. Short passing for a big man and a striker, 82, it's not terrible. And then of course his dribbling, it's going to be let down a little bit because of his height, it's just the way that it goes. And he's got great physicals as well. Would be nice if he had slightly better stamina, but 85 is nothing to really sort of scoff at, I suppose. Got the moments Jari Litmanen in there, went out and purchased him. I will be doing a review of him. Scores an absolute banger of a goal that I will probably incorporate into an intro very soon. Let's get into the gameplay, and let me tell you why this is the worst card I've ever used. I'm joking. He's actually a bit of a banger. Let me talk about the 86 thing before I forget to even mention it, and everyone's like, well, what was he talking about? If you didn't watch that video where I mentioned the 85, 86, I think it was the 6 PM yesterday, and we talked about Berardi, and he's 85, and it's not a bad card, but it's one of those cards that is a little bit too high rated for Managerial Masterpiece and other objectives, and it's a little bit too low rated for Rivals and Champs. And Nsame falls into that category. He is a very good player, but in what mode do I play him in? Because I don't think I was not to say that he's not good enough for Rivals, because obviously it depends on how good you are. If you're good at the game, you can use a 75 rated Boadu and still score loads of goals and have a lot of fun and still compete. But if you're not that great at the game, say you're average, where I would place myself, then, you know, you are going to struggle with this guy in Rivals and Champs. But then if you go into Managerial Masterpiece, where most of the objectives are taking place, yes, I know there's one league, but you're not going to play him in there. There's one nation, you're not going to play him in there. Managerial Masterpiece is where most of the objectives are played out. Unfortunately, that is a 79 rated overall cap. Yeah, you can play Nsame and they're not a problem, but to get the links you need, you're going to need icons. So to give him the chemistry boost, you can't really do it, because otherwise you're going to have to play really poor Swiss League players, which no one in their right mind will want to do in this game, because it's not even going to be fun. It's going to be not even a chore. It's a punishment, you know? So with that being said, what mode do you play him in? And that is where we are with this guy, and that is why it's a little bit frustrating that they don't not open up managerial masterpiece, because that's the whole point of it, right, is to keep the players sort of low rated, but why they don't introduce other game modes where there is a cap of an 82 or an 83 rated team, and then the next one's an 85 rated team. Maybe you can't have any more than 3 86 rated players. Maybe you have to have 4 specific 86 rated players. Maybe you have to use 3 or 4 different leagues. If they opened it up and they made it so that the objectives are sort of varied and you need all these random players to be able to put into these teams, then Nsame is viable. Now, in terms of off the bench, sure, you can bring him off the bench in Rivals and Champs. You can go play Classic Match and play him in there, which is what I've done, and a lot of fun doing it as well, by the way. Or you could, I guess, if you really wanted to, put him on the bench for Managerial Masterpiece and bring him on, although I feel like that could be a little bit of a waste. You could start with a 65 rated silver in his position that links for chemistry and then bring him on. But, you know, it's just one of those, I don't want to have to do that. I want to just start him because he is good. He's very strong. He's quite quick. Obviously, we've given him an engine. I think that's probably the best chem style you can give him. You don't really need to boost the finishing because he's quite accurate. His composure does let him down from time to time, which is a shame. Even though it is 85, I do feel like his composure and, you know, combined with his dribbling and maybe the balance and the agility, it all sort of goes against him slightly. It's not like, again, you know, using that saying, it's not card breaking or game breaking, but it does go against him slightly. So composure at times for me, not great. League and Nation links are obviously terrible. He could do with a little bit more aggression, and we mentioned at the very beginning of the video, it would be a lot more fun if he had 4-star skills, not necessary, but just a little bit more fun. Then yeah, those are the only cons I can think of, because and they were struggles. League and Nation links probably the most difficult, and where and when to play him, because of course the rating makes it a little bit too difficult for Managerial Masterpiece, but maybe a little bit off the pace of Rivals and Champs, and of course getting him into a team in general isn't going to be easy. But if you are good enough, you can get him on the bench of your Rivals team or your Champs team. This is a card that can cause a lot of damage, and a card that no one's not, you know, they're not really going to know what he's all about, and he's really cheap. You know, he's about 35k, which for an 86 rated inform is probably the going rate anyway. So I would be more than happy to pick this guy up, stick him on the bench. He's not going to lose value, because at least through Team of the Season anyway, which is going to last a good long while, you are going to need high rated informs to complete certain SBCs for players, for even icons that come out as well. So it's an investment, well, not an investment, but it's a safe place to put your coins, you know, for the time being anyway. An 86 rated inform that you can use and potentially have a lot of fun with. So I would recommend him. Great in the air, good on the floor, really strong, great shot power, decent finishing for the most part. Just a lot of fun to use and a little bit different more than anything else. Let me know what you think of the card in the comment section down below. If you have enjoyed this play review, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for new, and until the next time, goodbye.